Ryan Seacrest is already known as one of the busiest people in television. So what would tempt him to add yet another to all those plates he's spinning? He solves that puzzle with an assist from our Luke Burbank.
Just a heads up, America. When you turn on your TV this week, something is going to be different.
I can't wait to get to work.
Oh, let's get you ready for...
Yes, after 40 plus years, Wheel of Fortune has a new host.
Grab those devices. Time for the first toss-up.
Who is himself sort of an institution in America. He's the guy who seems to host everything these days, Ryan Seacrest.
Can you please list the jobs that you currently have?
Let's start with the beginning of the year. New Year's Eve, the ball drops, that starts the year.
It is 12 degrees, and it feels like 0.
American Top 40.
This one, new on the chart at 32.
On air with Ryan Seacrest in the mornings on Kiss FM.
7:39 in the morning.
And then syndicated across the country. American Idol and Wheel of Fortune. And then some specials here and there.
Wheel of Fortune, distributed by CBS, is the latest and possibly the most high-profile job for Seacrest, who grew up in tiny Dunwoody, Georgia, where, even as a kid, he kept very busy.
Believe it or not, I played high school football.
What position?
I played strong safety. I was stronger, but not that strong. I didn't play a lot, but I practiced a lot. I practiced so much, but played less in the games.
But high school football in Georgia is no joke.
It's a big, that's my excuse.
But of course, you can't get much further from Hollywood than Dunwoody, Georgia, something that was not lost on Seacrest.
Always wanted to do this. Always dreamt of being on the air. I would listen to Casey Kasem.
Hello again, and welcome to American Top 40. My name's Casey Kasem.
Mowing the lawn on my Walkman, headphones, and I would picture what it would be like to be in Hollywood.
How did you make your way to Los Angeles?
In my Honda Prelude.
Really?
Yeah. I packed my things in my Honda from Atlanta, and I came out to LA. I had one contact at a radio station at the time called Star 98.7, which was loosely affiliated with the station I worked at in Atlanta. I met the program director eventually. I remember coming home to my apartment in Burbank every day, playing my answering machine, like hitting the microtape, waiting for his voice.
Eventually, the call did come, leading to radio success, and then the show that changed his life, American Idol.
We're down to 2. Clay Aiken and Ruben Studdard. Head-to-head, the showdown tonight on American Idol.
I know the DNA of that show. I mean, that's the house where I go into. It's like, oh, we built that bathroom. I know that door's squeaky, and we need to, if you want to go over here for the spoons and the silverware. I sort of know that world really well.
Now, America, it's all up to you.
Everything that I do has somebody that's a bigger star or a supporting group. And it's not about me, it's about a contestant, it's about a story, it's about something else or someone else. And I think that does make me feel a bit more comfortable.
Give the wheel a final spin.
Meanwhile, Wheel of Fortune, that's a house constructed by its creator, Merv Griffin, and meticulously maintained by host Pat Sajak for over 4 decades.
Yes! Whoa!
And now Seacrest has to figure out the floor plan, including the rules of the game, which actually took a lot of practice, he says.
Wherever I was working, the producers sometimes would come and they bring contestants and we would play Wheel of Fortune in hotels just to get familiar with the rules and scenarios and things that can happen so that at some point it becomes second nature.
In the early tapings we watched, Seacrest seemed comfortable in the role of host and co-collaborator with the TV royalty that is Vanna White.
I've known Ryan for probably 20 years, but in the past couple of months we've done some traveling together for the show, and we got to know each other a little better too, so I think our chemistry is good. What do you think?
I mean, it looked like you've been doing this forever together. So, were you nervous about that element, the chemistry? Because there's no accounting for that, right?
That's so true. I had no idea what to expect. I mean, when I'm used to one person for so long, I was very scared, but he's doing a great job.
This is such an incredible, special franchise. It's more than a TV show. It is something that means something to people. And when I found out that this was an opportunity for me, there was no thought to this. It was like, absolutely, let's figure it out and let's get started.
Of course, figuring it out meant fitting it into his famously packed schedule, which occasionally does include some downtime for recharging. And for Seacrest, that's always happened at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, where these days he's on the board of trustees.
Why is that something that you want to take up even more of your time with?
It's not a job. It's a way to escape it. You know, it's like you walk through this museum and you forget about all the things that are going on in the world, and you have a chance to look at the different works that are on display here.
Like, does this feel like a long way from Georgia?
It does, and interestingly, this is right across the street from the E Entertainment building that used to be. It's now over at Universal, but when I was working at E, I was on the radio in the morning, I was doing E! News, I was hosting Live from the Red Carpet.
Nominated for Best Original, Lady Gaga.
And I would walk across the street here to LACMA, and just take a deep breath and walk around. I always came back reinvigorated. It was there for me, so I'm trying to be here for it.
You both make it look so easy. Well, you're never going to find a better job, and you're never going to find a better co-host.
Aw, thanks, Pat.
Do you feel like you now have reached peak Ryan Seacrest and do not need to take on any more jobs?
I don't know if I've reached peak me, but I feel like I've reached, for the moment, fully occupied me. I don't think I should take on another job right now. I want this one to go so well. I want all of them to go well, but this one's new, and I want this one to be something that people go, okay, you know what? I get it. That makes sense. That's what Merv said to me. He goes, the beauty of Wheel of Fortune is the kind of show you can sit in front of the TV or have on in the background and play along or yell at a contestant if they're not getting it, and you've got it before them. I mean, that's what this show is.